Hey, what's up guys? It's Tevin Gray, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Toronto Maple Leafs young star, Auston Matthews. Now, before we jump right in, I just want to take a quick moment to thank everybody who watched the last video. Also, for everybody that liked the last video and everybody that subscribed to the channel, I truly appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy this one as well. Auston Matthews was born September 17th, 1997 in San Ramon, California, but would move to Arizona where he would spend his childhood and most of his teenage years. He played both baseball and hockey, seeing his very first hockey game at the young age of only 2 years old. Of course, at that time, he did not really understand the sport, and so he was more fascinated by the Zamboni machine. Once he understood what was going on the ice, he took interest in the sport of hockey, and this is where his story begins. Matthews started playing hockey at the very young age of 5 years old, after years of watching the Phoenix Coyotes play. He started playing for the Arizona Bobcats minor hockey program, and that's when he really started to love the game. And although in his younger days he was great at hockey, his main sport was baseball, and that's what he really excelled at. With Auston's impressive hand-eye coordination, he was a stud on the baseball field. He was a great hitter. But all the great hitting in the world could not keep him as a full-time baseball player. Because Auston, although he liked baseball, thought that the game speed was just too slow for him, and he was in love with the fast-paced game speed of hockey. And this is what, sparked him to ultimately change from baseball full-time to hockey full-time. Now, growing up, Matthews watched a lot of hockey, but his favorite players to watch were Shane Doan of the Phoenix Coyotes, of course, Jonathan Toews of the Chicago Blackhawks, and he was a huge fan of Kobe Bryant. He notes that as being one of his favorite athletes of all time. Now, way back in 2012, Auston Matthews was drafted 57th overall by the Everett Silvertips of the WHL for the WHL Bantam Draft. But Matthews did not want to play in the WHL. Instead, he wanted to play in the United States National Development Program in the USHL. And so he decided to take his talents to the USHL instead of the WHL. That same year, while playing in the USHL, he also played for the US national team. And this is where he started to gain a lot of attention. So much so that he was even featured on the NHL site for his outstanding play. Now, in Auston's first year with USHL, he did very well. But in his second year, this is where he really turned it up and went full out stud mode. He did so well that he was able to finish first in league scoring with 116 points. He had 55 goals and 61 assists, which actually broke Patrick Kane's record. And for this amazing year, he was able to take home the Bob Johnson Award for his amazing international play. That same year, Auston Matthews was also awarded the MVP at the World U18 Championships, which capped off his year as being a total stud. Now, after straight up dominating 2015, Auston felt that it was best that he would take his talents to the next level. Instead of staying home and playing, another year at the US amateur level, or going to the Canadian junior level, or even playing in the NCAA, he made the wise choice of going to play in the Swiss National League. Originally, to play for the ZSC Lions of the Swiss National League was not in the plans. Auston truly wanted to play in the NHL, but because he missed the 2015 NHL draft entry berth cutoff date by 2 days, he would have to wait a whole nother season until 2016 season to play in the NHL. And this is what ultimately led him to going and play with the ZSC Lions of the Swiss National League. I mean, who would want to sit around for a whole year pretty much wasting good playing time just so that they can play in the NHL the next year? So he decided to, take his talent somewhere else and see what he can do in another market. And it paid off tremendously well for Auston. So on August 7th, 2015, Auston Matthews officially signed to play pro hockey with the ZSC Lions of the Swiss National League. How this ZSC Lions contract came together was that a guy named Mark Crawford, the head coach of the ZSC Lions, was actually at the U18 championships with Auston Matthews playing. And he saw Auston Matthews and said, this guy I need to have. He was absolutely in love with Auston's playing style. And so this prompted him to make a call to Auston's agent right away. And as soon as they got on the phone, they talked for a bit and he made an offer for Auston to come and play for the ZSC Lions. When Auston initially heard the news, he was super, super happy. And he figured because he couldn't play in the NHL for another season anyway, it was his best bet to go over and play for the ZSC Lions in the Swiss National League. So after months of paperwork and missing the first 4 games of the season, Auston Matthews finally made his debut with the Lions on September 18th, 2015. And in his first game, he actually scored a goal. And at the end of the 2015-16 season with the Lions, Auston had become the second top scorer on the team and the 10th top scorer in the league. He also won the Rising Star Award and came in second place for the MVP voting. So this is where I'm going to wrap up the video, guys. I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this information. I hope that you liked the video, and please subscribe to my channel. It would be very helpful for me. As well, please comment down below and let me know if you want me to do one of your favorite athletes next. Once again, I'm going to take off here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out. Peace.